Alright, this is take two. I just did a whole part of a recording and the mic wasn't on. Hey everybody, this is Dan DeFi. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here, I talk about decentralized finance, Hedera Hashgraph, Solana, all these good projects. Everything's happening in altcoin. Woohoo! Let's do this. Alright, today we're going to get into this video by Kevin O'Leary. I just want to watch this video with you guys, do like a reaction. I don't know if you guys know, but he's really involved in Hedera Hashgraph and NFTs and a lot of other things. And if you look at my channel, you can see the other day he almost said on live TV that he's in Hedera Hashgraph. So yeah, that was super intense. I got my McDonald's water here. I'm ready to go. Let's start this video.
Okay, where right now? New York City. Why? The SALT conference starts in about an hour. Now this conference is all about crypto, but some of the panels at this year's conference are all about what is the regulator going to do? Where are we going with Bitcoin?
That's what they're trying to work out. That's what these businesses are trying to figure out right now. Institutions are trying to figure out the compliance and the regulatory compliance for Bitcoin and how they can get in because they don't want to miss out.
With Bitcoin, what's happening with land and all these protocols that have been blocked so far by regulators, yet at the same time the opportunity is if regulators allow cryptocurrencies and allow all these new protocols around different coins and stable coins, etc., the potential is explosive. There's at least $1 trillion worth of buying waiting just to go into Bitcoin alone if the regulator would approve an ETF, which they haven't done yet. The world has come to New York to talk about cryptocurrencies and the future of payments.
Because really,
what's happening with land?
Sorry, I screwed that up. Because really, the time for adoption is now, guys. Everybody is starting to adopt crypto now. You need to get in. Hit the link below, open your accounts, and get started today.
And all these protocols that have been blocked so far by regulators, yet at the same time the opportunity is if regulators allow cryptocurrencies and allow all these new protocols around different coins and stable coins, etc., the potential is explosive. There's at least $1 trillion worth of buying waiting just to go into Bitcoin alone if the regulator would approve an ETF, which they haven't done yet. The world has come to New York to talk about cryptocurrencies and the future of payment systems and decentralized finance.
And payment systems around creators.
Plus, it's a party.
Vibey music.
Hey, Kevin Bacon
Oh,
here.
we're getting an ad. Oh, we don't want to see this ad.
To win a fully.
Alright, back to Mr. Kevin O'Leary.
Many of you probably already know, is the co-host of Shark Tank, but also has become a recent convert into the cryptocurrency space.
Yeah, he's really trying to make a name for himself in crypto, guys. He's got WonderFi. I don't know if it's going to be Canadian-based, you know, because he's Canadian.
What brought you to crypto? It seems that this wasn't something you were always bought in on. What changed your mind and what makes you excited about this space?
You know, I was a very vocal non-advocate back in 2017 because I'm forced to live in a world. I service pension funds and institutions with indexing.
AKA enterprise, business.
Of the time. And my first purchase was not in our operating company. I just bought some Ethereum and some Bitcoin in a wallet myself back in 2017. And one day just talked about it on television, on business press. And my compliance officer called me up while I was still in the green room saying, "Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? You know, we cannot have this dialogue, and because we're going to get a call." And sure enough, we did. And what's changed is the regulatory environment, because I don't have the option to be non-compliant. I don't even have that at all. But slowly and surely, in other jurisdictions first, Switzerland, Germany, France, Australia, England, Canada, which has allowed ETFs now with Ethereum and with Bitcoin. So I changed when the
Canada is ahead of us.
I'm very interested in.
They already got Bitcoin ETFs.
in my world, let's say...
And if you guys don't know, that's where Immutable Holdings just went public. So Immutable Holdings is Jordan Fried's company. It's a Hedera Hashgraph ecosystem company. They just went public on one of the markets over there in Canada. And so this is all happening, and the U.S. needs to get in now.
Let's say you're running a $1 billion mandate, which is a typical mutual fund or ETF or whatever. And generally, if you're compliant with your own compliant department, there's 11 sectors in the S&P, for example. You're allowed to go up to 20% in any one sector and up to 5% in any one name. That's generally how it works. I argue today that crypto is the 12th sector of the S&P. That's what it is. It doesn't mean I have to have everything in Bitcoin, and I don't want to have everything in Bitcoin. I want to have a portfolio of crypto, coin, chain, tokens, whatever is compliant. And what's going to happen here, and what we need to do, and why I'm so happy we have these dialogues and these conferences, think about the typical institution. Every night at 4:01, they mark to market every position they have. The internal compliance department sees it. How much leverage is used, what the positions are, is it within mandate, not over 5%, whatever it is. Then their external auditors come in on a weekly or quarterly or annual basis and sign those audited statements. Then they issue that report to the regulator. We don't have that infrastructure in crypto right now. On this stage, there's two guys trying to do it, Sam at FTX and Jeremy here with Circle, and I'm definitely involved with both of them because I want to be that.
Yep. Kevin O'Leary is the new man for FTX Exchange, guys. If you don't know, FTX Exchange, you can stake Solana. It's a huge exchange, really growing. A lot of people from Binance and Binance US are moving over. I'll put the FTX logo or link in my bio. You guys just hit the Sleek Bio link, and you can see all my links for opening different crypto accounts and all that good stuff.
Just to get my first purchase done on Circle, with my own compliance department barking at me like a dog, saying, no, we can't do this. And I'm saying, we got to do it. We got to get there. We have to figure it out. And my auditor and the regulated reports we have put out. And it's working. Same with Sam. I want to build a portfolio on FTX, because it's big enough that I can be compliant.
See?
And I'm saying to everybody on this, if we solve this, there's trillions of dollars coming into this in the 12th sector of the S&P. That's what it's going to be. So that's our job.
But that's the thing. Do we want Bitcoin to become so institutionalized by these businesses? Seriously. A lot of people are saying they're going to pull out of Bitcoin soon and go into alts because they don't want the institutionalization of this cryptocurrency. And I have to agree. But didn't we know this was going to happen? I mean, seriously. Isn't this kind of what we were pushing for?
We've got to solve for compliance. It's boring, but it really matters. Somehow over the last, 2 years, the popular press positioned the crypto community as an adversary to regulators globally. And that's simply not true. And it's very stupid because probably some large percentage of the constituency in this room is somehow tied to financial institutions one way or another. And we have not even tapped, it's so nascent, there's so many institutions that don't even play in this space, although they want to. And the primary reason is their compliance departments and the tone of that relationship between the crypto community and the regulator. And every week we hear another case of somebody in a position of power, let's call it that, that's running a large crypto company, striking out at the regulator. Really bad idea. Like, there is zero upside in that because the regulator wants to solve for this because this, and I'll say it again, it's going to be the 12th sector, the S&P. There's no question about it. It's not going away, and the demand is huge. The tone should be that of accommodating their concerns. I'll give you a case study. This NFT investment I'm making in watches, is it a security or is it a piece of art?
NFT, okay. He's talking about it, guys. So the NFT thing he's doing to watches, if you guys haven't heard, what he's trying to do is he's trying to get into the watch NFT space, launching with NFT.com and Jordan Freed and the whole project. So NFT.com is going to have a bunch of, basically you can think of it as subdomains. Subdomain Nike, NFT.com, sub Nike, sub, Under Armour, sub Reebok, sub, all these different companies. And Kevin O'Leary wants to make his game, his thing, watches, collectible watches. So that's what he's talking about right now.
Resolved. I can't just throw it out there and start trading it all over the place, not knowing that outcome. And so I'm willing to reach out as an advocate to that one little sliver of NFTs and say to the regulator, give me guidance. Let's work together. And if it is security, tell me. I'm good. I'm good with it. I will treat it that way. I'm not fighting you on it. Just give me the rules so I can play football. You can't play football without the rules. And that's where we're at here. And the upside to solving this problem is trillions of dollars of assets that will pour into this. You want to see Bitcoin at $100,000? You got to let the regulator determine what terms they'll allow it to go into.
See, but I don't know if I agree.
It's that simple. Look what happened in Canada.
I mean, yeah, we want Bitcoin to be a global thing, and we want everybody to have it and it not to be regulated. But here's the thing. Businesses and stuff have to figure out compliance. And is there a way to figure out compliance without stealing our data? That's something that smarter people than me have to figure out, right?
They've got $1 billion demand in a matter of hours in just the first Bitcoin product.
Because that's the whole thing.
Even institutional.
That's the whole thing with cryptocurrencies. We want the anonymity. We want the privacy, but do we want big businesses and large institutions investing in Bitcoin and holding Bitcoin as the backing? Then one Bitcoin is $1 trillion. Like, it's kind of confusing to think about that. We came from, investing in this Bitcoin, and now it's growing to this, and countries like El Salvador are running on this coin, and running on this technology, but the whole premise of it being cryptocurrency, it being not governed, but yet now we want businesses to get in this and to figure out systems so that they can invest. But is it what we want, or is it just how it's going to go?
It was just simply retail saying, oh, it must be safe. I can buy it and put it in my account online, and the regulator said it's okay. So my thing is, as a community, we have to form a lobby voice and say, we are here to serve and protect, just like you are. Give us the rules so we can go back and play football. That's simple.
So what is your prediction for where we will be 10 years from now in the crypto space? Since it's going to
Where are we going to be 10 years in the crypto space?
One of the reasons that, I'll make it short and sweet, let's say a traditional mandate such as, I want to go long Europe, I'm going to buy 50 stocks, I have to buy Swiss francs, euro-based stocks, and British pounds because I want to trade them on their domestic exchanges. In between me and that transaction is what's called the bane of the earth, the FX trader, the currency trader, who clips me every time I buy and sell, adds zero value, and sucks friction out of the system and has my entire adult life as I've traded in Europe. I can't wait until we solve this problem and give them a new career, shining shoes, because they add no value whatsoever. This is where DeFi can take us on just one use case, but it's a multi-billion-dollar one, and I want to be alive to have a regulator domestically allow me a payment system to a Swiss franc back and forth if I want to trade it 50 times a day with zero FX traders. That's my mission in life, to help them find a real job. People ask me all the time,
I don't know.
what's my opinion on taxation of crypto and should it be legal tender? Let's
Here we
regulate
go.
it because there's so much pent up demand to buy it once the regulators approve it. I don't care if it gets taxed. That's okay. If it has to be a currency where you make money, you pay tax. In most jurisdictions, that happens with multiple asset classes. Why shouldn't it happen with crypto? We don't have the compliance platform yet to actually do the reporting you need for that, but that's coming too. So the answer is, let's regulate it. Let's get it approved by regulators in all the different jurisdictions.
See,
around
this
the
is
world.
where it gets
And
a little
yes,
sticky,
if you
guys.
profit from it, and that's a jurisdiction that taxes you, pay your taxes. What are you whining about? You just made money.
What about Bitcoin ETFs? That's still something that has not been approved in the United States. And I'm
Oh.
a big ETFs guy.
Let's listen to this part.
Going through eventually in the United States, and this goes to our earlier conversation about regulation.
Yeah.
It's been slow in the United States.
I don't see it getting resolved. I don't see the first ETF coming until we have the regulatory environment to approve it, and also we've solved the ESG issue. So the answer is no time soon. People that are thinking it's coming this year are wildly optimistic it won't. People that think it's coming next year also.
So all in all, guys, Kevin O'Leary is super game on the whole crypto thing. You can tell he's really learning a lot of knowledge about it, working with the guys over at FTX Exchange. He's got a portfolio. He said already in the last video he did, or video before that, that he's moved all his commercial real estate assets and he's put about 7% into crypto already. He's got crypto in his portfolio. So, you know, this guy is one of the guys that hopefully can help us. Some of this business stuff with taxing and stuff I'm not really excited about, because that's kind of the point of getting decentralized. But I think for more adoption or, you know, use cases of crypto, maybe there's some type of way that they can do that without stealing our data, and you know, it can get kind of crazy. We don't want to ever in the bank's hands though, so I don't know if these regulators are going to try to be like banks, and that's what he's talking about, but that probably wouldn't be good. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments. Tell me you guys' thoughts on this video. You know, I found this video highly interesting, and I just thought I'd share it with you. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and as always, please like and subscribe. Have a good day.